Hey everybody, my name's Dychronic, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Zur, his location, his inventory, and his random rolls for, what time is it? December 10th, 2021. Can I just say, pick up after you've left the area. I mean, look at how many sparrows are on the mini-map right now. Oh my god. And, he's not here. Oh, days. Yeah, I just have to reload the area. Anyways, you can find the Zur on Nessus. Head over to the Watcher's Grave and make your way on this big old tree right here. Of course, on top of the pile of just sparrows over here. It's ridiculous. This is a high overview in case this is all you cared about. And I do see a few new weapons here, and I'm excited to see it. First up for the exotic weapon today, we have the Wardcliff Coil. Well, there's a lot of ornaments for this thing. This is one of the best PvP heavies in the game. It's essentially just a shotgun rocket. And when I say that, I literally mean it as a shotgun rocket. Fires a volley of rockets, hits everything in front of you from right in front of you to mid-range, and sometimes even beyond that. It kills supers, it kills multiple enemies, and if you kill yourself halfway through firing it, you drop the heavy on the ground, and you can go pick it up and shoot another shot. It's often a fun way to get more out of what you got. The rest of it's kind of whatever. It has extended mag and only has one magazine. It's a weird rocket, but it's one of the best in PvP. Up next for the Hunter Exotic, we have the Orpheus Rig. Actually a pretty damn good exotic. It actually, I believe is like my top 10 for Hunter Exotics. Essentially, it makes your big tether give you super energy back, and of course your regular ability energy up to 50%, and then of course Mobius Quiver has more shots, which changed it from 6 to 8 shots if I remember. That's it. I mean, tether is known to give a lot of orbs to your teammates, be really good support, and just good at, weakening targets, and you can do it more often, and that's very valuable. Although it's not super duper part of the meta anymore, it's still something you can use in Grandmasters. As far as the role goes, you like to see a lot of intellect and mobility for Hunter stuff, and it does have that. Unfortunately, the recovery is a bit low, but you can compensate. The other stuff is pretty good. And the total stats of 63 is around average. Up next after that, for the Titan Exotic, we have the Titan's Ramparts. I thought I had an order for this. This essentially just makes it so you can shoot through your barricades. However, your barricades are a bit more vulnerable, and as you know in PvP, special ammo weapons do crunch through barricades pretty quickly. Now, the best part about this is just going to be a safe sniper perch or a safe ability to combat other enemies, and especially nice when you're combating hackers, which is not as prevalent as it was before, but definitely a concern. Because if they can see through walls, you should be able to shoot through walls. As far as the role goes, for barricades, you'd like resilience, which it has. For everything, you'd like recovery, which it has. Intellect is always nice to have, up to level 5, so it really depends how it fits in your build. 62 is slightly below average, but good enough to say this is an okay option. After that, for the Warlike Exotic, we have the Skull of Kara. In my opinion, one of the more underrated exotics in the game that's actually a lot of fun to use. First of all, you get damage resistance while Nova Bomb. I think, fun fact, the highest damage resistance out of anything else in the game, and Nova Bomb kills give you super energy up to 50%. And that's it. That's it. More bombs that do a ton of damage and still do a ton of damage to the highest level play, and if you know from my videos, it is also one of the top 5 or top 3 damaging supers in the game. As far as the role goes, you'd like to see intellect because it's very heavily intellect based. You'd like to see recovery just because it's always nice to have. Resilience, in my opinion, is a little too high, but the rest of it's okay that I'm not really that concerned. A little below average on the total, but I mean, you could do better, but it's just a fun exotic. You don't really look for stats in this particular one. And it does have an ornament. Oh my god, I've never seen this ornament before. What the heck is that? Wait, that came from Dawn? I had no idea, man. I had no idea. Moving on to the legendary weapons. First of all, escape velocity, lightweight frame, grave robber, elemental capacitor. Not really what you're looking for. It does have tac mag and range masterwork, which is pretty nice. And this also increases the range as well, so not a terrible roll, but these two perks are really not what you're looking for. For the 7 Seraph Revolver, timely timed payload is actually one of the best things you can get on this. I really like tac mag because it's always nice to have. However, the magazine is actually much smaller than any of the other 180s in the game, and I really don't know why. After that, for the Nature of the Beast Quick Draw Rangefinder, another 180 with a low magazine. Again, not really sure why. This is an okay set of perks here for PvP, but the rest of it could be a lot better. Following that, Distant Tomalus, Opening Shot, 140s are not really that popular. This one's a bad roll. Long Shadow, Threat Detector Outlaw, not really what you're looking for. You can have Snapshot on this thing, so you can definitely do a lot better. Falling Guillotine, which is going to be Tireless, and Whirlwind. Whirlwind did get nerfed, so you go up to 10 stacks now rather than 5. Tireless is okay, but I still like Relentless, and perhaps Vorpal is now the optimal choice. And of course, the Bite of the Fox, which actually has explosive payload, and if you didn't know, explosive payload actually increases the damage in the body shot and headshots for any weapons with it, and this, being a 72 RPM is my favorite type of sniper in PvE. And to be honest, I'm not exactly sure what else you'd want on this kind of weapon. Obviously, you wouldn't be close range with this weapon, but it's not a terrible role for PvE. After that, for the Warlock armors, again, you only see Warlock if you're on Warlock. You'll see your class when you see it. 59 is not the best, although that's a kind of weird distribution. 63 is okay. Distribution is also decently good as well. This one's decent distribution, a little low on the total, and this one has resilience, which I'm not a really big fan of. And of course, pick up your exotic engrams. If you have legendary shards to spare, they give you an exotic you've never received, and it will be guaranteed at a high stat roll. This is the end game. If you want to get 66 rolls, keep buying from the Xur. Although this particular exotic is not used nearly as much anymore, it's a good roll. If you haven't seen already, I actually do live stream right after these Xur videos, as well as all the times on screen right now. Today, we're going to be live streaming on YouTube, so just look at your notifications for YouTube stuff, pretty much at 12 p.m. Pacific time. We're going to be live. And we're going to be doing a bunch of the new stuff. Open lobbies for raids, all that, you know what's up. Die, Xur! He died. Sorry, guys. You can't get any more exotics. Anyways, that's the end of it. And of course, a big thank you to my patrons. Specifically, a big thank you to Mom and Dad, Christian Thompson, Dr. Strange, Cal Allen, Monday, Steve Bachman, Raymond Shoney, Panther, Casey Reagan for the support on Patreon. And that's it. Hope you guys did enjoy. My name's Dychronic, and I'll see you guys on the next one.